watching the Odds Couple Sports Betting Show with Mike Brenner, that's him, and Peter Loshak, that's me. Our segment right now, Mike Brenner, is, boy, I'm getting excited. I'm getting a little bit excited. You've been excited for weeks. I'm getting a little bit excited. Topic here is week one spreads of the top 25 teams. Now, today, of course, is the 16th or 15th, so the official AP top 25 is not out yet, but we know who most of it's going to be. Some coaches' polls are out. A lot of interesting week one games. Some of these top 25 teams have games against cupcakes and FCS teams that are where the lines aren't out yet, but there's a lot of big matchups in week one. A lot. I mean, if we covered every interesting matchup, this will be a 20-minute video. Mike Brenner, what's one game that you really want to discuss here?
One game that sticks its head out to me is North Carolina at Georgia. Right? I like it.
That one sticks out at me as being very interesting, but as far as a lean on the spread, man,
I'm not even putting a lean out right now. I'm just breaking it down. I just think it's going to be interesting, and what I'm interested to see, Pistol Pete, is how this line moves from today until kickoff, because let's all remember, Kirby Smart's at Georgia now. It takes time. He's a defensive genius, but he's got an offense that needs totally rebuilding. So North Carolina, who's pretty well set with what they got going, this is a team under the radar that's going to make some noise. I'm anxious to see if that line flips.
Right. Well, I think so. I mean, right now, I'm looking at this game. I'm thinking, man, UNC is a live dog, but then they're only getting 2.5. Is that enough?
I don't know. I think it is.
I think
they can go in there and get the win between the hedges, Pistol Pete.
You don't think there's a talent discrepancy here that Georgia, no matter who they put on the field, is just going to have a talent edge over UNC?
Because guess what? All that talent needs organization, baby. Organization takes time, Pistol Pete. I'm serious.
You might be right. All right, now let's talk about another game that's interesting to me. Let's see what you have to say about it. It involves the presumptive #1 team, Alabama, right?
Wow. Right out of the gate.
Minus 10.5 against USC. Now, this is at a neutral site, right? It's being played in Arlington. Alabama, obviously awesome, but again, they're building around a first-year starting quarterback. A lot of losses, which they're going to replace with elite talent, but still, it's game one. And USC, as we've mentioned, new coaching regimes in there, new schemes, new vibe with the whole program. Great talent as always. Maybe 10.5 is a little bit too many points to be giving. What do you think?
I don't think so, Pete.
No?
I don't think so. And again, it's Helton's first. They removed the interim tag.
Right.
Okay. That guy took over a program that always has talent. It's always got recruiting strengths, and it's going to take time as well, Pete. And I love the fact, again, what you say, it's right on.
Right.
But you're going up against a machine, and I don't care where that machine's playing, if it's in Bama, if it's in USC, hell, if it's in our producer's backyard, for real. This team will be ready, new quarterback or not. I just absolutely think the edge, I think this is a very light line, and
you're
I'm going to smack it hard, baby.
On Alabama.
I think Alabama can figure out their quarterback situation by the fourth quarter. I think USC is going to put their team together by the fourth week.
And it's so funny. Every time we've mentioned Alabama, I've been saying, for the whole season, and when I did my call about Nick Saban with Steve from collegefootballwinning.com, that the times I like to bet on Alabama is when they seem like just too big of a favorite against another elite team. That's when they cover. So here I am, leaning USC and going against everything that I've said. So you might be right. All right, another one, big, huge game to start things off. Clemson -7 at Auburn. Now, Auburn last year was the poster child for underachieving, underwhelming, under everything team. And Clemson this year is just loaded, stacked. What's Auburn going to bring this year? I don't know, but Clemson's going to be ready to go from day one. They're only -7 at Auburn.
Exactly. That's what I'm wondering. Whoever made this line, I'm wondering what they're smoking, Pistol Pete, because I got news for you. Clemson, they are not satisfied with the way the last year ended. Obviously, they got a lot of returning talent. They've got a Heisman Trophy Award winner. All he's got to do is stay healthy. And they got a coach that said, damn, I can do this, all right? And I mean that with all due respect. Auburn, all right, again, the most underachieving team. Very well said, Pistol Pete. They got a coach that's on the hot seat. Fuego, baby, fuego. And for real, Clemson's going to come in there. They're going to take out all that frustration from last year. Auburn's going to get their asses
so
handed to them.
-7 on the road is not too much.
Bro, not at all, Pistol.
All right. Now here's another one going all the way down. I'm not sure if UCLA is going to be a top 25 team, but can we talk about their Texas A&M game? I have them ranked. They're ranked number 23 by Sports Illustrated.
+2, isn't it? UCLA
+2 or 1.5 or 2. Now UCLA, they've got Rosen back, but they've got a lot of other guys to replace on offense. And Texas A&M. Team with improving on defense. How much are they going to be improved this year? I don't know, but maybe significantly. They've got the usual complement of awesome receivers. We've sort of had UCLA circled as an overvalued team. Texas A&M at home. Maybe Texas A&M is the play here. What do you think?
I wouldn't talk you off the ledge, but for me, Pistol Pete, it's a 10-foot pole. All right, and again, I say it all the time. You know this. You've got good coaches and you've got great coaches, and Jim Mora Jr. is not a great coach. He's a good coach. He's had talent there now for years. Started out hot, looking good, and there's always something that dips. And and I know injuries play into it, but a great coach plugs holes, and he keeps his team thinking you're absolutely top 10 no matter what. He doesn't get that done. A&M rebuilding, believe it or not, they can never get away from the Johnny Manziel drama, but that's a team also that's going to take some time. So for me, the safest bet in this game, Pistol Pete, is to stay the hell away from it. But I will be looking to fade UCLA on certain spots as the year goes, because again, with all due respect, it's nothing personal, but Jim Mora Jr. is only a good coach in my eyes.
All right, and then we got two other games that are very interesting. I'm still definitely feeling my way out about both of them. As of right now, they're a 10-foot ball for me. Let's see if you have anything about either, both, or neither of them. Notre Dame at Texas, right? As a 5-point favorite, Notre Dame, they're going to have to win with offense. They might be able to do it. And Texas, again, are they going to be able to finally achieve what the boosters want them to achieve? And then you have Florida State against Ole Miss, both top 25 teams to start the year.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's going to be technically at a neutral site in Orlando.
That's what,
Florida
4.5,
State.
Pete?
Florida State minus 4.5. Do you have anything to say? But I'm definitely feeling my way out on both those games as of right now.
Yeah, I'm not.
Do you have any opinion
I
on
don't.
either of those?
I'm feeling it out as well. But if I had to give a lean on anything, well, not even a lean. I just think, all right, again, good coaches, great coaches. Some coaches are great in the right spot, and this is where, but I just don't think Charlie Strong's in the right spot. Now, I think he takes a step ahead record-wise, and the talent's going to grab a hold. They'll buy a little bit more of what he's selling, but I don't think he's going to be elite enough to take this team, all right, to just really to dominate a Notre Dame team. This is one on the lean right now. I would say take the Irish. I would say take the Fighting Irish, but I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into that one and the Florida State one as well,
All
Pistol
right.
Pete. Yeah.
And then one more. I just saw it. So
You just can't stop. You can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them.
LSU at Wisconsin, right? Big controversial team. Some people, including Brandon Shavely, thinking LSU has a legitimate chance to the national championship.
I just watched that video the other day again.
Right?
I got a little hot and heavy in that video, but you know what?
Yeah, some people saying, such as yourself, that LSU is overvalued here. Obviously, they have Fournette and a ton of talent all over the field. Big question at quarterback. They're minus 10 at Wisconsin. It's being played at Lambeau, but in Wisconsin, obviously.
Of course, but Pete, you got to take that one back. Now, I didn't say overvalued in the coaching aspect. As far as I think they got the best on paper, this is a fantastic team. They should win it. But I'm telling you, Les Miles will slow that machine down some way, somehow, with something he does on one of his calls or whatever. He's just not that coach. But I think LSU has enough to go in and beat Wisconsin, whether it's at Lambeau or no matter where it is. I will give them that. It's going to be a week to week that I'm going to fade and find the overvalued. But there's some spots. I got 3 of them circled. LSU's not winning that national championship.
Yeah, I mean, you say they're great on paper, but quarterback, obviously the most important position. If that's their biggest weak spot.
If he gets hurt, and again, everything we talk about has to do with injuries that play into it.
All right, that's an interesting line. I'm not sure. That's a lot of points to be giving, even though Wisconsin is not on LSU's level this year. That's a lot of points to be giving.
There's that beep again. There's that truck. Back it up to the bank, baby. It's college football time.
All right, Mike Brenner, are there any other games we didn't mention that you want to mention before we wrap it up?
No, I'm pretty well set right now, Pistol Pete. Just focused and ready.
All right, well, let's give the viewers, these are not official picks, but let's give them a lean. If you had to give them a lean on the top 25 games as of right now, 1 or 2 or whatever you want to give, give your leans.
I'll give one lean right off the rip, and I think it's Bama. I think they're going to rock and roll over USC. And the other one I'll give a lean on, and I like it as well. I think I'm very, very much so Clemson over Auburn. So Notre Dame and Clemson. I mean, Bama and Clemson, number 1 and number 2 from last year, buddy.
All right, sounds good. And I'll give, I don't know, what am I going to give? All right, you know what I'll give? This is a lean, not official. I'll give Texas A&M minus 1.5 with the improved defense and maybe UCLA not fully playing up to their potential.
God, I can't wait, Pete. I am fired up, baby.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.